Welcome to Kruk and Kuip Extra Innings, as tonight the Giants beat the Marlins 9-4 in a good game tonight. And you can follow me at Rob Iman at twitter.com. Yes, and this was a really good night by the Giants. They rebound. They fell behind early and found a way to get a win. That was really good. Really good win tonight. And you know, they weathered a rough outing by Madison Bumgarner. These Marlin hitters are no joke. As I think now, and now with Giancarlo Stanton hitting his 44th home run of the season, he could win the home run crown this year. And I don't know why, and I hope that the new ownership group keeps him here in Miami and does not decide to trade him. But Miami's really missing out on a really good thing here. This is the most home runs in a single season in Marlin franchise history going on by Giancarlo Stanton, and still they barely managed to get in tonight's paid attendance and 21,694. And I don't know how many people were actually in the stands. It did not look like 20,000 people in the real number, but we'll see how many of those were season ticket holders and stuff. But good for the Bats, though, to wake up and get really good night by the youngsters. Ryder Jones, 2 for 4. He's getting very close to the Mendoza line. This is really, really welcoming news. And not a good day for for Brandon Crawford. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. And also today, Joe Panic, for precautionary reasons, was placed on the 7-day concussion disabled list. Smart move by management, and also with his history of concussions. And called up today was Orlando Cayexte, and I think he will probably start at short tomorrow and give Brandon Crawford a breather. And I think at this point you may have to give other players some reps at short, with Crawford struggling as bad as he has. And maybe give Kelby did a good job tonight at second, 2 for 4. So it'll be good for Tomlinson for the next couple weeks. Depending on how long Panic will be out with the concussion. And Denard Span, 3 for 4 tonight with a bye-bye baby. He was the key guy in getting this rally going. And the crazy play was Carlos Moncrief's pinch hit, getting a triple and then getting that runner to score, then scoring on the error. And he was lucky not to get nailed. Not a good night offensively for Madison Bumgarner, as he got picked off at second and then he got caught stealing. So, yeah, he got picked off at second. Not a good night for him. But, yeah, they weathered the storm from the Miami Bats, and then most of Miami's firepower came in the first and third innings, and then after that, Miami took the lead in the fourth. Then the rest of it was all Giants. They weathered a storm from the Giants, and Bumgarner, not best start for Bumgarner standard. 6 innings, 4 earned, 4 strikeouts. But also, it's Miami. Miami plays us rough. And Miami's bats are good. They are really good. And And right now it's a murderer's row with D. Gordon, Stanton, Ozuna, and Yelich, and Real Muto. That is a murderer's row, the top 5 of the Marlins lineup right now. And the bullpen did a great job coming unscathed tonight. I'm really starting to see Mark Melancon pitch a lot better since coming off the disabled list. So I think he can. I really think we're starting to see what our 7th, 8th, 9th people will be next year. I think Hunter Strickland, maybe you go Strickland, Dyson, Melancon as your 1, 2, 3. And then maybe Kruk as your 6th inning guy. This is going to be a scary bullpen next year. Got Kyle Kruk, who I think here is a keeper. Corey Guerin's just had a good year, 2.04 ERA. Guerin's a keeper. And then the weakest part of the bullpen now with Contos gone is Josh Osich. And I think you're going to see DJ Snelton get some opportunities here in September. So I think Snelton could have a good opportunity to send Osich packing. And Okert, I don't know. I think Okert had his moments, but I think Okert has ran his course with the Giants, and Osich and Okert could likely be gone. Same thing with Panic at this point. Not Panic, but Jarrett Parker. We're starting to see the bad Parker show up again, and depending on what he does, I think Parker and Williamson could be part of the roster purge in the off season. So we'll see what happens with that, especially with Chris Shaw maybe being ready by spring training next year. And we've got some starters that are getting near. The youngsters have really stepped up to the plate here in the last couple of months. And it waited till the end of the year, but I like what this team might look like. And the best part, I don't think we need to really take a look at signing anybody in free agency. I think we can have I think we're finally finding some prospects in the outfield, and this is some much needed salary relief for next year with the Giants being near the luxury tax. So I'll take it. I will definitely take it at this point. And then tomorrow there'll be no show because it's an afternoon game. All right, and then your probables for tomorrow. I think it's Kane. I do think it's going to be a spot starter tomorrow. Yes, Matt Kane will be the spot start tomorrow against Jose Urena. Then the Giants come back home for 4 against Philadelphia. So some opportunities to get some wins here down the stretch. All right, let's go around the league with the other scores from tonight's games. The Astros beat the D-backs 9-4. Your winning pitcher, Francis Martis. Your losing pitcher, Anthony Banda. Not a good day for Brad Peacock. 4 2/3 innings, 4 earned runs. The 9 strikeouts were good for Peacock. Banda wasn't any better. 8 earned runs and 4 innings pitched. And in the Subway Series, the Yankees took Game 2, 5-4. Your winning pitcher, Sonny Gray. Your losing pitcher, Jacob deGrom. Orlando Cespedes, 2 for 3 in this game. For the Mets, for the Yankees, 2 for 3 from Gary Sanchez. And Ronald Torres, 2 for 3. And Sanchez got another home run today, so he's really starting to be the franchise catcher for the Bronx Bombers. And they survived a bad outing from Aroldis Chapman, 2 earned runs. The Nationals beat the Angels 3-1. Your winning pitcher, Gio Gonzalez. Your losing pitcher, Tyler Skaggs. Anthony Rendon, 3 for 4 for the Nationals. Howie Kendrick, 2 home runs in this game. And another good out. And Sean Doolittle's really starting to thrive as a closer for the Nationals. Glad to see Doolittle doing well in D.C. The Rays beat the Blue Jays 6-4. Your winning pitcher was Blake Snell. Your losing pitcher, Marco Estrada. And this was Snell's first win of the season. A.J. Ramos, 3 for 4 for the Rays. Josh Donaldson, 2 for 3 for the Blue Jays with a home run in this game. Ramos with a home run. 6 earned runs, 4 1/3 innings for Marco Estrada. And I think somebody should try to claim him off of waivers at this point. The Red Sox beat the Cardinals 10-4. Your winning pitcher, Rick Porcello. Your losing pitcher, Mike Leake. Dexter Fowler, 3 for 4 in this game. Luke Voigt, 2 for 2. And I think he came in, and I think Matt Carpenter left the game with an injury. Yeah, I think Carpenter left the game with an injury. No, he was just pulled. Okay. No, he wasn't injured in this game. And then for the Red Sox, Xander Bogaerts, 3 for 5 in this game. And Leake got pounded for 8 earned runs in this game. Matt Bowman, 1 earned run in 2/3 innings pitched. And Porcello starting to rebound from his bad season a little bit. The Brewers beat the Pirates 3-1. Your winning pitcher, Zach Davies. Your losing pitcher, Ivan Nova. And tough luck for Nova. He had a good game, just didn't get the run support. The Rangers beat the Tigers 10-4. Your winning pitcher, A.J. Griffin. Your losing pitcher, Justin Verlander. John Hicks, 3 for 4 for the Tigers. V-Mark, 2 for 3 for the Tigers. And also V-Mart had a home run in this game. Tony Barnett, 2 earned runs in 1 2/3 innings for the Rangers tonight. The Reds beat the Cubs 2-1. Your winning pitcher, Michael Lorenzen. Your losing pitcher, Pedro Strop. And they lose it in the bottom of the 9th inning. What a way to lose the game. Jesse Winker, 2 for 3 in this game. Albert Almora Jr., 2 for 3 for the Cubbies. The Indians beat the Twins 8-1. Your winning pitcher, Danny Salazar. Your losing pitcher, Bartolo Colon. Carlos Santana, 3 for 3. Austin Jackson, 3 for 4. For the Indians, Santana had 2 home runs in this game. And Jackson had a home run in this game. Not a good night for the pen. Buddy Boscher's 3 earned runs and 1/3 inning pitched. Dietrich N's 2 earned runs and 1 2/3 innings pitched. And the other final game, the Braves beat the Rockies 4-3. Your winning pitcher, Sam Freeman. Your losing pitcher, Pat Neshek. And what a bad way to lose it. Neshek loses it on an unearned run. So, yeah, this was on Arenado tonight. And games currently in progress. The Royals are beating the A's 5-4 across the bay at the Coliseum. In Seattle, the Mariners are beating the Orioles 3-1, top of the 8th inning. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the White Sox and Dodgers are tied at 1 apiece. And in the top of the 8th inning, the Padres are clobbering the Phillies 8-2. And down on the farm, the River Cats are trailing the Aces 6-4, top of the 8th inning. Tim Federowicz, 2 for 3. I expect him up in September. And not a good night for Stephen Okert, who blew the game for the River Cats right now. 4 earned runs and 1 inning pitched. And also hit a batter. So not a good night for... So Okert's struggling in AAA along with the majors. So I expect him to maybe just be relegated to garbage duty in September. Well, everybody, thanks. And now our standings as of right now are up to the date standings. Right now, Boston holds a 4.5 game lead over New York at 68-51. And New York now has a 3.5 game lead over everybody for the first wild card, with Tampa Bay 1.5 back, Baltimore 2.5 back, and Toronto surprisingly 3.5 back for the wild card. So everybody in the East is alive for the wild card at this point. In the Central, Cleveland 5.5 games over Kansas City. Kansas City is tied for the second wild card spot, with Minnesota in third, 6 games back in the Central, and a half game back in the wild card. AL West, Houston continues to have a 12 comfortable lead in the West. The Angels right now, after the loss, are now tied for the second wild card with Seattle and Texas 2 games back. So Texas suddenly finding themselves back in the race. The NL East, Washington still holds 14.5 game lead. Miami 8.5 games back in the wild card. NL Central, Chicago now has a 1.5 game lead over St. Louis and Milwaukee, with both St. Louis and Milwaukee being 5 games back of the wild card at this point. And in the West, what else can I say? LA holds the lead, and Arizona and Colorado still hold the 2 wild cards, despite leaking oil at this moment. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in tonight. Together we're giant. Keep it orange, keep it black, keep it orange and black. Good night, everybody.